Okay, so we're going to take a look at the program that runs the bumper, which is essentially a touch sensor. You hit the button, push it in, let it out, and it can determine whether or not the robot has run into anything. So it's a pretty simple way of using the bumper. So you start your new program, and we've already worked with the drivetrain, so I'm going to have that already configured in. But let's go up and look at the configuration. And so in order to use this, we need to configure it. So we're going to add a device. And so this is a 3-wire sensor. Notice that the 3-wire sensors actually plug into down here on the side, not into where the motors plug in. So this is a 3-wire sensor. It's made so that you can't mess it up. You should be able to plug it in. The plug should go in easily. Okay, so it's a 3-wire, and here's the bumper. So I'm going to select that, and you got to tell it which port. You have 8 of these 3-wire ports. So I'm putting it in C, and done. Remember that if you said C there, then you've got to plug it into C here on the robot, right down there. Okay, so let's look at the programming. Oh, right now this is called Bumper C. That's fine. We'll leave it like that for a minute. So let's get out of the configuration window, and let's look at this code right here. Wait until. Control C, and I'm going to paste this into our regular program. Wait until does exactly what it says. It says wait until something happens. In this case, the rear bumper pressing. In other words, here's our bumper. When that gets pushed, it's going to be on this line, and then once that gets pushed, it's going to go past that line to whatever is next. So the programs go in order from top to bottom. It's going to wait on this line and not do what comes next until this is true. And what does that mean? It means when that's pressed, it goes on to the next thing, which means it hits this line, which means the motors are going to go. Notice that rear bumper, though, right now is giving us an error with the red. Why is that? Because up in the configuration, we didn't call it rear bumper. We called it bumper C. We left it like that. We've got to make this match that, even in case sensitivity. So we're going to call this rear bumper and say done. And I'm going to get out of my configuration window. And look, it went away. Fine. So this is going to wait until that button gets pressed. Then the motors are going to go. Let's try downloading. And now let's try running it. I hit run. Nothing's happening. There's my motors not going. Let's hit the button. And there they go. Very simple. You can use wait until with not just a bumper sensor, but with any sensor, and it's going to wait until that condition is true to move on to the rest of the program.